Hey guys, welcome to our channel. It's Melissa and David from Pro Duo Flippers. We're here to talk about our 2021 goals, and David will go over the numbers for 2020, the goals that were set then versus what we're going forward now.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to kind of talk about just kind of go through the different goals that we're setting for 2021, talk about how we did in 2020 with those certain things, and what we're expecting or hoping to achieve in 2021. So if you watched my last video, you kind of saw what our income was, and so a lot of our goals are going to be based off of that. So we'll just go ahead and start now. Start with eBay. So last year we got up to a level of about 1,500 sales, or 1,500 listings, I should say. And so we ended up with 171,000 in sales. So this year, we of course, we're going to have Melissa here the full year instead of just the 6 months or so that she kind of helped out, maybe 3/4 of the time, full time some of the time, depending on when it was throughout the year. So we expect to grow quite a bit this year. I think that this year was higher than normal sales because of all the quarantines and COVID stuff going on. So I don't want to project too high, but we're going to shoot for 200,000 in sales just on eBay this year. That's kind of our goal. And we hope to do that by getting up to 2,000 listings. And we're kind of shooting for 200 listings per week. I think that we can do it. We didn't hit it this week yet, but we took about, I would say, 3 days out of the 5 days this week. We really buckled down and got listings done. And I think that we're at about 160 listings or so. So 3 days, and that's just in 3 days. There was 2 days. Well, that's not true. That's 3.5 days. Anyway, one day we didn't get any listings, and today we've only got 15 listings, and today's Friday. So we'll see what happens over the weekend. Probably a few more listings, but anyway, that's our goal for eBay is 200,000. We're going to try to get to that 2,000 listings that we're going to maintain. I expect it'll probably take us 3 or 4 months to get up to that level, and then hopefully we can maintain that throughout the year or even grow it a little bit higher. And with that, I expect that maybe we can get 200,000 in sales. So that's eBay. Amazon and Poshmark are going to be much simpler. We got about 1,700 in sales for Amazon. We have about 150 listings. They're all pretty much old listings that I listed a couple years ago, and so they slowly sell over time. And not really have any plans for Amazon. So if we happen to pick up a few things here or there, then we will throw them on there if it makes sense. But only expecting, our goal is only to make about 1,500 on Amazon, which is actually less than we've made this year. So just don't really plan to put any effort in. We're really focusing on eBay this year as far as our reselling goes. So Poshmark, kind of something similar. I don't know if you want to say anything about that. We tried it out. We got up to 200 listings or so.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And that was all fairly quickly. I think in the first couple months we put up a lot of listings, and then we kind of tapered off, and then we just kind of stopped. You can watch that video too about eBay versus Poshmark. But we had about $6,000 in sales for 2020, and we are not planning on putting any more effort in there. So we have about
84
listings still on there. And so we expect those to slowly sell throughout the year, at least some of them, if not most of them. And so only our goal for this year is only about $1,500 for Poshmark. So I think we should be able to hit that without doing any work, really. So we'll see what happens there. That brings us to our last reselling income, which is local sales, which would be Facebook Marketplace or taking things to the auction or Craigslist or what else do we do with the ski swap? I'm not sure if we're going to do the ski swap next year, but if we do, that'll be included in that. We did about 7,000 in sales for 2020, and I'm just going to try to shoot for a little bit higher, even though we might not do the ski swap, but just put a little more effort out there. So we'll see if we can get 8,000 in sales for 2021. So that's kind of it for our reselling. We do have some other financial goals that we're going to work on throughout the year. Maybe you can mention a couple of those, and then I'll see what you missed. What else we got?
So currently the way we source is David goes out to the thrift stores, auctions. He's gone over all that in other videos. But we want to try and do 2 different bulk orders from 2 different sites this year and see how that works. We want to buy bigger with less work.
Yeah, we just want to try it out. We don't know how well it's going to work or how much profit we'll make, but it's just something we haven't tried, and we know there's a lot of other resellers out there having success with that. So we're going to try doing like maybe a pallet from one liquidation site and a pallet from somewhere else. We're not sure where yet. We're going to have to do some research on that and just see how it goes. We'll probably document it and turn it into a video or 2 for each one and just see how it goes from there.
Yeah. And then one of the other things I've been wanting to do for a while, David quit his job 2 years ago. And since then, he's not inputting money into that retirement fund anymore.
Right.
It's a retirement fund, right?
Yep.
And we set me up separately because I was an independent contractor, so that wasn't through my job at the time. So we set that up quite a while ago for me to input monthly for that. We want to now go in and get David set up on a different one to start inputting for our future.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that's kind of been put on hold as I've quit my job and now she's quit her job. Is we've been taking that money and putting it back into the business to grow it, and haven't been taking the time or the money to set aside for retirement. I do have some retirement left over from my previous job that's still growing or whatever, but I haven't been contributing anything to the retirement. So other than building this business, so she's putting not a huge amount, but it's some towards retirement now. She's been doing that for, I don't know, a little over a year now, I think, or a couple of years maybe.
4 years.
4 years. Oh, I guess been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm going to kind of probably match that or something and see, at least so we could have more going in there. And then we have some other goals too, if you want to talk about those.
So I'll just talk the other 2. So all of our vehicles are all paid off except for one. And that's the Jeep that we bought
A few months ago.
in the spring, summer, something around there. My Jeep still has a balance on it, and we want to get that paid off so we don't have to worry about that anymore. That's another goal. And then the other one that I'm super excited about is reducing the inventory in our garage.
Yes, of course she's
From
excited about it.
unlisted to listed.
I don't think we're going to reduce it that far, but I want to reduce the unlisted to a lot smaller amount so that it's not taking over our garage. So that we could easily both park in there and maybe only use 1/3 of the bay, and maybe even reduce that enough so that we can store some of our personal stuff in that bay. It's going to be a lot of work for me to not go out and source as much. I'm not saying I'm not going out to source. I'm not making that promise. Sorry. And then I guess one of our last financial goals for the year is that 1 year from now we want to try to purchase a rental property. It's something that I've always been interested. Recently, Melissa's been reading some books about just finances and real estate investing and stuff like that. So she's gotten interested in it too. So that's a goal that we're setting for a year from now. And the main reason for waiting a year is that we are both self-employed now doing the reselling business. That's our only income. So we're going to have to be able to show enough income for 2 years from just the reselling to be able to qualify for a loan to purchase a real estate investment. So mostly that's going to come down to our debt to income ratio. So we need to be able to show a high enough income that we can justify, in the bank's eyes, that we can afford to make the payment every month. So that's something we're going to shoot for as soon as we get our taxes done in next year for 2021 taxes, that we will start looking, I guess, or we'll probably be looking before that, but take action, I should say. We're going to go talk to the bank and probably a CPA soon about both those things and some other things. But that's one of our main goals for the year going forward, is that we can start looking for real estate rental properties so we can add that to our retirement portfolio too. So there's that. And then I guess the final category of our goals, I guess you could say, whatever, is for YouTube. I think that we are going to be putting a lot more effort into YouTube this year For 2020, I put up about 40 new videos, but not very consistent at all. I was doing it kind of heavy at the start of the year, and then I kind of tapered off. And then in the fall, I think there was like a 3-month period where I didn't put up anything. So we put up 40 new videos in 2020, and I think that our subscriber level is about 5,500 right now. So our goal for 2021 is to put up 100 videos for the year, a minimum. So that's looking at about a couple videos a week, and hopefully we're going to be shooting to get to that 15,000 subscriber level by the end of the year. So hopefully you guys can help us out with that and subscribe. But that's really our goals for the year. So I guess we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be a busy year. It'll be very interesting to see what we can do with both of us here full time for the full year. I think it's going to go pretty well. I think that we're gonna up our income, maybe quite a bit more than we think we can. I guess we'll see. We still want to have some fun and go play tennis during the week and go have lunch with our friends and our kids and stuff. So there'll be a balancing act. But anyway, that's our goals for the year. Maybe if you guys want to share your goals, maybe put them down in the comments below so we can see and kind of start a conversation with everybody about what their goals are for the new year. Hopefully you guys are setting some goals, and hopefully this is going to be a successful, productive year for you. So thanks for joining us. Until next time, we'll see you then.